Hello, Harry Price here. Good evening. If there's nothing myself and everybody else enjoy here on the other side more is the sit back and relax and listen to PSH Radio with its paranormal news, views and reviews from across the UK and beyond. Make sure to find out more about them on Facebook, Twitter and the World Wide Web, whatever they are, to keep up to date with all their broadcasts throughout the week. And I hope you enjoy them as much as we do over here. Hello? Is anybody there?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are obviously back again for another week. And obviously I am joined by my lovely co-host this evening, Carl.
Hello, Sam. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing all right. A little bit bunged up, a little bit of a coldie, but I'm getting there. I'm good. I'm looking forward to tonight's show. Yes, I'm doing good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, obviously, as well, because if anybody doesn't know, this is the first show of our Sage Paracon run-up shows, because obviously we are the official radio show broadcasters this year. And obviously our guest this evening is the founder and lady who puts on this amazing convention, and that is MJ Dickson.
Hello, guys. How are we?
All good. Yourself, MJ?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good. So, yes, first show of the run-up to the event of the paranormal life in the UK, Sage Paracon.
I am so excited. Time is running out. It's so close. I can't believe it.
We're about, what are we, about 6 weeks away?
Thereabout, yeah. Oh, don't say that.
Tickets are available.
So, yeah, this is the first of the run-up shows where we get to chat about all things Sage Paracon and tell you guys about our wonderful speakers and what's going on. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's I'm speaking on behalf of Sam as well. It's a true honour and a privilege to be the official radio provider for Sage Paracon, and I'm hoping that we will do you proud. And obviously, I'll be there, and obviously with my other hat on, helping you out on stuff. Setting the speakers
Absolutely.
up. Absolutely.
You know what? I couldn't think of anyone better to be doing the broadcasting for Sage Paracon this year. You guys are fantastic.
Thank you. And Sam?
Thank you.
Sorry. Occasionally I have to nudge Sam in case she falls asleep. You know.
She's just daydreaming about Las Vegas, man.
Yeah, it'll either be Las Vegas, Peaky Blinders, Zach Bagans. You know.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly. What most women do think about nowadays. So, Sage Paracon.
Yes.
Yeah, Sage Paracon 4.
That's it. Yeah, I can't believe it's the fourth one already.
Okay.
You know, when I did the first one, I never expected for it to end up being an annual thing that's doing so well, and it's become a real place where it's like a reunion. You know, you've got so many people that come back every single year, so it's like this big family reunion. And each year we have new people that come and join us and leave with a whole family of friends, and it's fantastic. It's great.
Yes, I think one of the biggest keys for me, obviously, I've been there from even down to the mini-con, which you came up with the idea, let's just test the water, see if we can do this.
Yeah.
And we did that. And that was I was blown away by that, even just like it was a few hours, few guest speakers, stalls, etc. And then you came up with this idea, and obviously you were going through a particular difficult time.
I was, yeah. I had been diagnosed with stage, and I was going through chemotherapy during that time, and it was sort of lying in the hospital bed receiving chemo and thinking to myself, well, I need something to work on to keep my mind occupied and to bring people together. You know, I didn't know if I was going to make it through everything. I didn't know how hard it was going to be, and I just wanted like a light at the end of the tunnel. And so I started putting the first Sage Paracon together, and from a hospital bed, and it turned out great, and everyone had a wonderful time, and came up to me and went, right, when's next year? And I was like, what are you talking about next year?
I do remember the first year, me and you sitting there. I think it was the first night, and I think there was myself, yourself, and Mr. Frank Sinelli, my brother from another mother, sitting in the bar at Wroxall Abbey. And we were sorting out the questions for Paranormal Jeopardy.
Oh man!
at some ungodly hour, I know I had to go and do things the next day to do other things, but I remember sitting there and we were chatting, and you went, "This is just going to be a one-off. It's unbelievable." Blah 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 blah. And then as the weekend sort of progressed, I had people coming up to me and went, "So when's the next one? When's the next one?" And I'm like, well, that's not down to me. You need to talk to MJ. And I think you got inundated.
I did. I got so inundated with people begging me to do another one. It was such a success, and I'm really grateful for all the support. It's been a wild ride. It's been really overwhelming, and each year just keeps getting better. And every year, you know what? Every year I put my heart and soul into this event. And every year I think, how the hell do I top last year? And, when it comes down to choosing the right speakers, and it's not so much, I could have so many speakers from all around the world, but it's finding the right speakers that kind of gel together, because when your speakers that you have gel, it creates this amazing atmosphere for all of the guests. And there's so much more behind the scenes that goes into it. It's a lot of thought that goes in, with the right personalities and the right topics, and covering all sorts of things under the umbrella of paranormal, not just covering ghost hunting itself, but, looking into mediumship and voodoo and witchcraft and all sorts of things that fall under that umbrella. And I've been really fortunate. I've worked in this industry for over a decade now, and I have made some of the most amazing friends around the world, and been really fortunate to have these connections, to be able to bring these amazing speakers to England, to the Sage tribe, to give people access to some of the most well-known people in the industry, who are well-known for a good reason. They've got a lot of knowledge to share, and that's it. It's not only a fun weekend, but I want people to learn.
And I think also that one of the best things about them, these guys that you see on TV, that you read about, that you know in the field, these amazing characters, these amazing people that you have managed to put in, like you say, you pick your speakers very, very well. You make sure they're going to gel. You make sure they're going to be, because at the end of the day, the first one, okay, we had a small Sage tribe family, and it sort of got bigger and bigger from there. But the way you've sort of chosen your speakers, the way you've basically managed to incorporate everything about the speakers into the Sage tribe. Because obviously the Sage tribe is very, very special to you, and it's very, very special to myself and so many other people that are part of it. It's just an incredible process that you go through. And I know firsthand how much hard work you do to put into the event.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's. I know. I describe MJ on a Sage Paracon weekend as a beautiful swan. It looks beautiful, but there's underneath that waterline, there's things going on to keep it looking like it's going.
Yeah, I've been known to try and put out fires and things that every event has, while trying to look cool and calm on the outside, and it's manic panic on the inside. But in all fairness, I think last year's Sage Paracon at Coombe Abbey was the smoothest event I have ever hosted in my life. It was just, Coombe Abbey is just fantastic as a venue. It's got everything you need. It looks amazing. It is a spectacular venue. They are so professional, and the event went without a hitch the whole weekend. It made me feel super relaxed because I was able to then spend time with everybody at the convention, even though I was running around like a headless chicken majority of the time. It's just, it turned out to be just really organized and great. I remember last year I was sitting in on some of the lectures, and I was sitting there thinking I should be doing something. Like, I should be putting out a fire. I should be, what am I doing here? Just sitting, relaxing, listening to my speakers' talks. So I love the location. It's ridiculously haunted, and I'm excited to be back there again this year.
Yeah, I must admit, I personally agree with everything you just said there. The hotel, Coombe Abbey, even just that long driveway where you turn in from the road, you drive up that long driveway, and then all of a sudden, out of the trees comes this unbelievable-looking hotel. You cross the moat, you go around the little roundabout, and then you drop yourself off before you put your car away in the car park. It's a stunning location. And as you said, I've never been to a hotel in my life where you walk into such the most amazing, incredible reception area.
It is. It's stunning. I mean, you do feel like you're staying in a castle. It's so beautiful and organized, and the staff are just so professional. It's wonderful.
Right, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
Okay.
This year, Sage Paracon 4.
Yes.
You've got Coombe Abbey. Unbelievable location. You've got some amazing speakers, which I'm going to ask you to just run down for the listeners. Anybody that's out there that's listening to the show that hasn't heard about this, where have you been? Where have you been living under a rock for the last 5 years? You need to get involved. There's tickets still available. We'll post the links. But just, MJ, quickly.
Yes.
Give me a rundown of this year's speakers.
Well, we're going to start off with different topics this year. So we're covering voodoo in the paranormal, and we have the wonderful voodoo queen Bloody Mary coming all the way from New Orleans, and she's going to be doing a talk about how voodoo and the voodoo rituals and things actually fit into the paranormal, as well as, in your investigating. We also have Calvin Von Crush, who is the occult collector, and this guy's collection of occult items is literally mind-blowing. So he's going to be bringing a few of his items over and doing a classic twist on a show and tell. It's going to be called Show and Hell, and it's just talking us through all of his occult items that he has, which is really, really cool. Looking at the history of this, all these different objects and things. And believe it or not, Calvin Von Crush himself is a complete skeptic. So it brings a nice, different perspective of all things paranormal, Then we've got the amazing Greg and Dana Newkirk. If you haven't heard of Greg and Dana, they are literally the real-life Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. These two have put together the Paranormal Museum, Traveling Museum of the Occult and Paranormal. And they also recently finished airing Hellier, which is their independent 5-episode series that they put together themselves. It's fantastic. It follows a private case that they received by email, and they kind of followed up the leads and went on this amazing adventure, this unbelievable journey in this town called Hellier in Kentucky. And it's really well put together, and I recommend anyone listening to this go on YouTube and look for Hellier. It's Hellier. It is fantastic, and it's all about sort of Kentucky goblins and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. So they're going to be doing a talk about all things Hellier and all high strangeness, like everything they get up to, their museum, some of their items. So that's definitely going to be a really interesting talk. And it's funny because I actually met Greg and Dana when I was speaking at CryptidCon in Kentucky last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I still said to them, as one of the other speakers, I said to them, look, I'd love to come and watch your talk to support you, but I'm going to sit near the door because I can't stay for your entire talk because I've got to kind of mingle with the crowd as well. And I said, I'm going to stay for about 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm going to go out and mingle with the crowd. 45 minutes later, into their lecture, and I was sat there with my jaw on the floor. They were so brilliant and so captivating. I could not pull myself away from their talk. And I walked up to them and went, I am putting you on a damn airplane and bringing you to England. People need to listen to you. So it's definitely a talk that I am so excited about.
I think there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of the speakers and that you've got on the bill, and the buzz around it, particularly like the guys you're bringing in from the States. Not saying anything about the guys you've got from the UK because they're amazing as well, but the major buzz around the Sage Tribe is around the three guys like you said, Bloody Mary, Voodoo, appeared on Ghost Adventurers, and all that sort of stuff. You got Calvin as well, unbelievable, and has one of the best names ever.
I know, right?
Calvin Van Crash. What more can we say? You've just got to listen to that. And then you've got, like you say, the real Fox and Mulder and Scully from the X-Files, Dana, and unbelievable. And I just saw recently, a couple of days ago, Series 2's coming out as well.
Absolutely. So
perfect timing.
Yeah, Hellier Season 2 will be airing at the end of November. So I have spoken to Greg and Dana about it, and we'll see. We might have some Sage Tribe exclusives at Sage Paracon this year.
Brilliant.
But, again, we've got one of the most prominent members of the Sage Tribe, our resident crazy lady and amazing dancer, Karen A. Dullman.
Yeah, she's back.
Love that woman.
Back by popular demand from last year.
Absolutely. It's so funny because everybody met Karen last year and we just had the best time with her. She is such a ball of energy. And, for those of you who don't know who Karen A. Dullman is, she is one of the directors of the Talking Board Historical Society and all things Ouija. So anything to do with talking boards, spirit boards, whatever you'd like to call them, she is just absolutely amazing. And her talk is going to be different this year. So anyone that saw her last year, she's coming in with a new talk about the wild world of Ouija. And we're just so excited. I put it out to the Sage Tribe asking them who they would love to have back this year. And everybody wanted Karen back. So definitely back by popular demand.
I must admit, from the first moment I met that lady to the last moment I said goodbye to her, her energy was just there.
It's amazing.
All hours of the day, whether it was breakfast time, whether it was lunchtime, early evening, late into the night, that lady just has so much energy and puts out this amazing vibe of beautifulness as she is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the girl can dance. The girl can move on the dance floor.
So anyone that's joining us at Sage Paracon this year, be sure and ready that Karen will probably drag you up on that dance floor at the Voodoo VIP party.
Yeah.
So
obviously we've got these amazing guys from over the pond, but you've also brought in some unbelievable guests from the UK.
Yes, starting off with Taz Thornton. Taz is an absolute powerhouse. I met her in 2014 where we were speakers at a paranormal convention, and she, again, just absolutely blew me away. And, she is one of the top female coaches in England, but she's a shamanic practitioner, and she's going to be doing a talk on Shamanism 101, because a lot of people have no idea what shamanism is. They don't even know anything about shamanic journeying or anything at all. So this is really a beginner's introduction to all things shamanic, and it's going to be really intriguing. I'm very excited to sit in on that lecture.
Yeah, Taz is unbelievable. She's She's such a loving person. I
Absolutely.
met her exactly the same time you met her for the first time back in 2014 in Derby. And I just remember meeting her for the first time with her. She had a big sign around her neck saying "Free Hugs."
Free hugs. I was just going to say the same thing. That's exactly how I met Taz.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
I think I was walking past and she went "Free Hugs." I went, "Oh, then."
Yeah, it's pretty much very similar to my meeting with Taz.
Yeah.
So she is a really wonderful person, and her wife Asher as well is just amazing.
Yeah, both of them are just beautiful people, as everybody is that's on the bill. But so we've got Taz.
We've got Ashley Mortimer, who is
a big. Just before we carry on, and I've just got to shout out because Ash is listening. He's currently in America.
Oh, hey!
He's currently doing some talks out in the States, New York, and a few other areas for I think about 9 days. And he said, sorry, he's going to miss tonight's show because he wanted to listen, but he's going to listen back. So I said I'll give him a shout out, and his band's also playing as well out there as well.
I know, that's so exciting.
Yeah,
so exciting. I'm really looking forward to seeing Ashley's band play live. But not only is he this fantastic musician, but he is going to be talking about witchcraft and modern Wicca. So again, we're trying to introduce people to several different subjects within the paranormal field. And a lot of people have questions when it comes to witchcraft and voodoo and all of that and how it fits in. So I'm really looking forward to catching up with Ashley. He was a speaker at Sage Paracon 1 and people absolutely loved him. So it's great to have him back again. I'm looking forward to that.
Great. Ashley, it's great. I did something similar when you were talking about Dana and their talk. I was only going to literally sit in for about 5 minutes. This was in Derby. In 2014, I sat near the door because I had to shoot across to go and listen to another speaker, and I just was so transfixed on when he was talking about Wiccan and everything like that. I ended up staying for the whole thing. So that talk, as all the talks, just get there and listen to them. But Ashley's talk is going to be amazing.
He is a fantastic speaker.
Yeah.
And we've got the two Claires. We have Claire Barrand, who is a writer and researcher, and she is the author of Dead Haunted. And I'm looking forward to Claire's talk. I have seen her do a very similar talk before, and it's what made me want to bring her into Sage. It's sort of the behind-the-scenes stories, the Welsh folklore and all the ghost stories and things that inspired her book. And I thoroughly enjoyed her book. It was a fantastic read. And watching her talk regarding, the Welsh folklore and that sort of thing and how it all fits in, I just thought it would be a different take on, it's not just a book, there's more to it. She is just amazing. Claire is just so lovely and a very dear friend of mine.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to having her do a talk this year. It'll be her first talk at Sage.
But she is part of the Sage tribe because she's been on investigations with us. So she's definitely a Sage tribe favourite.
Oh,
because obviously she's been out and unbelievable. Like I love listening to Claire talk about the history of certain places, particularly about some of the locations, because she lives quite close to the Skerridin and things like that. So
Claire is a really, really good researcher, and anytime I have a project or anything that I need a bit of a hand with on the research side, she is so good at what she does, and so it's going to be nice to have her sharing all of that with the Sage tribe and how she goes about her research and that sort of stuff too. So really looking forward to that. Yeah. Again, another informative talk.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we've got the ever so lovely Claire Hinks.
The sweetheart that is Claire Hinks.
She really is the sweetheart of the group.
She is. She's amazing. Obviously, she was at Warwick Castle.
2017. Yes.
2017. Yes. I'm trying to work out which year it was.
I threw her in the deep end and I called her up and said, you're doing a talk. And, it was the first talk that she did. And everybody just fell in love with Claire. And this year she's going to be doing a talk about tarot cards, how she goes about using tarot cards, and, just a lot of people go out and they buy a deck of tarot cards, or they get given a deck and they have no idea what to do with it. And so it's just a little chat about all things tarot and how to tune in and trust your instincts and use the cards.
Yeah. I'm so happy that Claire's back, and I love Claire anyway, because she's just her heart is so big, and she's so welcoming and everything. Like every single, like we said initially, you gel the speakers so well.
The thing is,
every year, the gel between the speakers is amazing.
Definitely.
I just think that potentially you could have every single one of the speakers of the whole Sage Paracon history in one room, and they would all gel because you choose them so well.
Absolutely. That's a very big part of it for me. And, I get people requesting to be speakers all the time, and it's really flattering. But sometimes it just wouldn't gel with that particular group of people at that moment. It's not to say that they're not good speakers. It's just I am so careful with what I put together.
Yeah.
And, I also book my speakers 2 years in advance. So a lot of people are like, oh, hey, it's October. Can I be a speaker at November's event? And unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that way.
If only it did, MJ. You would have less stress.
Oh, my God. That would be amazing. But no, due to filming schedules and due to projects and all sorts that my speakers have going on, I do book them 2 years in advance. And to give you an idea, I mean, I've already booked all my speakers, for next year's Sage Paracon, because there is going to be a Sage Paracon 5.
And we will be coming on to that.
Yes.
A little bit later.
No worry.
Okay. I am so looking forward to this year, as I always do when it comes to the Sage Paracon build-up. I just absolutely, I describe as a fat kid in a sweet shop. I just love it. Because it's like walking into. I think the thing with the Sage Paracon, and people that are a part of the Sage tribe will know this, you could be on your own and you'd be absolutely worried, senseless. Oh, I don't know whether I'm going to make friends, blah, blah, blah. Oh. Within probably 25 seconds, 30 seconds of you walking into a room, the family will know. They will see you. They will make you so welcome.
We had people turn up last year and they were so worried. They were like, oh, I've never been to a Sage event before. This is really intimidating. It's a convention. There's, it's not just sort of 10, 15 people. You're looking at about 120 people over the weekend. And so it is quite intimidating for people, especially because the majority of the Sage tribe have been there since year one. Yep. And for those of you who are listening and you don't know what we're talking about when we keep saying the Sage tribe, the Sage tribe came about from all the people that were attending all of the Sage events. And they just kind of got to know each other. But then it grew from there. People had the opportunity to get to know one another and started supporting each other's paranormal events and started supporting each other's businesses. And it just became this amazing network of people all around the world. And it amazes me to this day where I have people who will send me a photograph and say, Sage Tribe Denver Division, or Sage Tribe New York Division, or Sage Tribe Wales Division. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is mind-blowing to me that the tribe have spread all over the world and everybody keeps in touch.
Yeah.
And last year's event, we had so many people, and I was just looking in the chat room, like Jacqueline Dickson. She came on a ghost hunt with us last year for the Paracon, and she only came just for that night, and was instantly. She said she felt like family already and didn't want to leave, and because of that, she's coming back this year for the entire weekend.
Yeah,
so many people last year came for one day. They came for just the Saturday or just the Sunday, and had such an amazing time that they're back for the full weekend this year. And, that just goes to show how welcoming the Sage tribe are. As soon as they recognize a new face, that's it. You're done for. They will be like, "Hey, who are you? How are you doing?"
Yeah, I describe like with the Sage family and the Sage tribe and everything like that. And I know, I've like sort of been there from day one, like we said. That you get to that point where they all come out with little like sayings, whatever. And I think
God,
one of them said, "You're not alone because you're a friend yet to meet," or something like that.
Oh yes, there are no. What was it? There are no strangers. Just
yes, that's it.
You haven't met yet.
Yeah,
that was it. Yeah. I loved that. I absolutely loved that. You know, and it's everybody asks me every year, because I am a sucker for punishment because of the amount of work that goes into Sage Paracon, and a lot of people think that I organized this whole thing with a huge committee of people. No, no, I put the Sage Paracon together on my own. However, on the weekend, you know, I've got yourself and Sam and a host of people that volunteer, shall I say. One person
I would like to do a big shout out, and that's your big, beautiful husband, Duncan.
Oh my gosh, you know what? Duncan is my absolute rock. He is so supportive, and he is such a huge help with the whole event. I mean, on the weekend, he's constantly running around, as are you guys. And, you know, I'm so grateful for that. You know, I do have you guys that all volunteer over the weekend to help out. But I'm really blessed with...
Yeah, Big D is like I can remember when the first time I met Duncan was, and he was like, and obviously I'd met you, MJ, back in 2014, and I was like, okay, so your husband, does he like get into this paranormal? And you're like, not really, just like smiles and goes, yes, nice night.
Yeah, absolutely.
But since we've been doing the Paracons, I think Duncan might be on the turn slightly. I think that gentleman could be a budding convert to the paranormal.
Yeah, I think so too. He is getting more and more involved in it, and you know what? I'm so blessed to have such a supportive husband. A lot of people know that I recently quit my day job, which is literally the most terrifying thing to me. I am full-time paranormal now, between working on the TV shows and events and all sorts. It's my full-time thing now, which we'll get into in a little bit. But, you know, I made this decision to quit my day job and go for this. And I looked to Duncan and I went, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. This is terrifying. It's really scary. And he was like, you know what? You've got the entire tribe behind you. You have the entire Sage tribe from all over the world who will support you, and, you know, they're just the most amazing people. And he was like, go for it. And
yeah, I personally, knowing you and knowing how much I love you and will support you to the last breath I have in my body. You personally, from day one, from the moment we met at Derby, where we sort of linked, sort of connected over a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Absolutely.
At the bar in Derby to where we are now. I've sort of like we're travel buddies. We've been to Salem and
loads of adventures.
Loads of adventures. And one thing about you is when you meet you for the first time, anybody that's coming to Sage for the first time that potentially is listening to this or listening to it on replay or whatever, trust me, and I'm going to say this very, very clearly. MJ will just meet you and you will fall in love with that lady. Aww. Because she just observes, literally just it. You are just going to just fall in love because her passion. Aww. And I think that is the thing about you. I've met some unbelievable people in this paranormal lifestyle, this career, this journey that I've personally been on. You are on a different route, but I'm sort of absolutely amazed by what you do and the amount of hard work and the inspiration and stuff you do. But you do have the support of the Sage tribe.
Thank you.
You do have the support of everybody that knows you. And it is unbelievable. You think some of these people you see on TV and everything like this, they've got their followers. You've got international support.
I am really blessed. You know, I really am. And I am so grateful for every single person that has supported any of my events or any of my crazy ideas, because all of you that know me, oh my God, the amount of times I go, hey guys, I have an idea. And the whole Sage Tribe goes, oh crap.
Yeah. That's normally when we either hide under the table or start running to the bar.
You know, I'm really blessed that I have so many people that support me and so many people that I call family now. You know, I've gotten to know everybody so well. And that's the thing that I love about the Sage Tribe is everybody goes around shouting about para unity and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, that there's something different when it comes to preaching about it and actually putting your money where your mouth is.
Absolutely.
And being a part of a community where everybody does just get along and everybody is really welcoming. And, you know, I mean, there's people in the chat room that I want to say a very quick shout out to. There's quite a few of you, like Eddie and Karen and Elizabeth and Trisha and Jacqueline and, oh my gosh, everybody. Hi, guys, and thank you so much. Also, a very big shout out to Jonathan Oliver, who's listening from America, who I am going to see next weekend. I am very excited. But, you know, I do. I have the most amazing friends, and they've become family to me. And
as I've always said to you, sometimes you will have you will think things that, shall I do this? Shall I do that? And you're worried about this, that, and the other. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. And you know this. I'm saying this from the heart. But I think whatever happens, no matter what you do, whatever you put your heart into, whatever you do, you're going to have every single one of those people in the chat room listening that has been to a Sage event behind you. And that, I think, is the true definition of para unity, because cross borders, cross country, it's there, it's support, it's amazing. Like you said earlier, which I think is great, is it's not just for the Sage events. These people that are part of the Sage Tribe are
it's
becoming friends outside of it, supporting other things.
Absolutely.
Not just paranormal stuff as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they're supporting each other's businesses. They're supporting each other during hard times and family losses and on exciting adventures and traveling together. And it's amazing to me that I've created this network of people who otherwise probably wouldn't have met each other or become such close friends. And people come up to me. I mean, I tell everybody and anyone listening to this that's coming to the Sage Paracon, whether it's your first time or you've been there from the start, you will soon find out that Sunday is my ugly cry day. And I always say, that Sunday is ugly cry day. And it's because I get so overwhelmed at the Sage Paracon with everybody coming up to me, telling me how much they've loved the event, how they've connected with so many people, and how they've met their tribe and they feel so comfortable, and people thanking me for the Sage Tribe. And it's just, I mean, mind-blowing. Last year, people got Sage Tribe tattoos for life. It freaked me out completely. I mean, the first few people that got Sage Tribe tattoos at the convention by the lovely Human Canvas Tattoo Studio, Aaron and Saz, who, by the way, will be there again this year.
Big shout out to those two, because those two are their hearts is huge as well.
Absolutely.
Saz and Aaron, they're two people that I've become very, very fond of quickly. They're amazing people.
They came up to me and called me over to the tattoo studio at the event, and there were people getting the Sage Tribe tattoo, and I literally I didn't know what to do. I freaked out. I broke down in tears. It was so overwhelming and emotional and amazing to see so many people connected. And that's it. You know, for me, being in the paranormal, yes, it's my passion, and yes, it's what I love more than anything, but it's the friendships And it's seeing those connections, and it's seeing people working together, and how much more has come from this other than me just following my passion. And that is a huge thing for me. You know, I put my absolute heart and soul into every single one of the events. And I'm so grateful. But, you know, we've gone off on a bit of a tangent. But, you know, again, I just want to say thank you to absolutely everybody. They're just so damn amazing. And I can't do any of this without you guys.
Okay. We're gonna bring it back up because I know we went off on a
yes. And you're gonna probably make me cry.
So we've talked about the speakers. Now, obviously, like some conventions out there, it's over a weekend, but this convention is slightly different because it's an intimate affair. It's not like masses of people. Because you have this thought that you want direct access to the speakers. You want to be able to
absolutely
have a chat, even if you're sitting for breakfast. They could be there. You could be having a chat and all this sort of stuff. It's a more intimate, I don't want to use the word exclusive because I think people get the wrong ideas of that. I think it's more of an intimate, personal affair of a Paracon.
It really is. You know, I've been fortunate to attend paranormal conventions all around the world and to speak at conventions all over. And what I wanted to do was something different. And every year I tell my Sage speakers, you've never spoken at an event like the Sage Paracon before. And every year they go, oh yeah, I've spoken at thousands of events. And I go, well, this is a little different. Yeah. And every year the speakers come up to me and go, oh my gosh, you weren't lying. It's so intimate. The tickets are limited for a reason. I could go out and make thousands of pounds by selling hundreds and hundreds of tickets. But for me, it's not about that. It's about giving a group of people access to speakers that have a wealth of knowledge. And it's not just about listening to their talk, but it's about getting to know them. And, you know, if you want to, you're at the VIP party and you're having a beer with all the speakers and you can pick their brains and ask them all the questions that you want. You can go up to them at their stalls. You can hang out with them for 4 days. You don't need to come for all 4 days. Obviously, we have day tickets available as well. But it is a 4-day event. And we start on Thursday, the 7th of November, with a paranormal investigation of Coombe Abbey Hotel, which is extremely active, a fantastic place to investigate, and it's not been done very many times before. So it is a really nice investigation, very small groups. Again, you get time with each and every speaker. Each speaker will be teaching you a different investigation technique or an experiment or whatever the case is, something that it's all about passing their knowledge onto you. So you have that on the Thursday night. Friday, during the day, we chill out. You can hang out with the speakers. They're at the hotel all the time. So you get to just bump into them at the event, at the hotel itself, have a drink with them, have some lunch together, whatever the case is. It's a very relaxed event. You have access to the speakers the entire time. You then, on Friday night, we have the 4-course medieval banquet.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! And the banquet is good fun. You know, if you want to dress up in medieval attire and go crazy, then feel free to do so. Some of us will be dressing up.
You've even persuaded me to dress up.
I am so excited about that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
So you have the 4-course medieval banquet. We start with a welcome drink of mead, honey mead, while we listen to the ghost stories of Coombe Abbey. We then move into the banquet hall. We sit down with wine and ale, and we have a 4-course meal while being entertained with a full stage show that tells us the history of Coombe Abbey. And this includes singing and all sorts of things. It is crazy. It is a good laugh. It is so much fun.
Yeah, it's an experience, and I must admit, I was a little bit. I didn't know what to expect last year, and I sat there for the first 15 minutes, like, what the is going on? You got people running around. You've got you and Duncan at the head table,
the Baron and the Baron.
"Oh, left, right, and centre." But I must admit, the way the guys do it and the way everybody interacts, it's a good way of getting to know your fellow people at the Paracon. Because you sat at long tables, you're having a laugh. The speakers are intermingled with you. So
you've got all the speakers involved. Everybody is joining in. Everyone's singing. Everyone's tucking into a beautiful 4-course meal. It's a crazy banquet, but it's good fun. And then Saturday, we know that you've been drinking wine on Friday night or your ales, and you might have a bit of a sore head on Saturday morning. So we don't start the talks until just after 10. And we've got the talks all day. There's a range of different stalls available. You'll be able to speak to all the speakers at their stalls throughout the day. There's crystals on sale. There's all sorts of things on sale. Books and psychic readings, tarot readings. There's, oh my gosh, the tattoo studio. There's a green screen photography booth. So you can have your photo taken with one of the speakers, printed on a high quality print at the event, and you can have the speakers autograph the photos, which was really a great little memento for the event. Saturday night, as usual, we have a VIP party. This year, I'm super excited. We have a Voodoo in the Bayou Bash, and everybody dresses up for that. It's so much fun.
Yeah, the wig MJ will be making a return, but it's going to be more of a ponytail.
Oh, I'm excited.
Because I can't wear that wig because I can't see out of it.
I haven't even started working on my outfit yet for this year. I can't believe it. But yes, Voodoo in the Bayou with costume party. Everybody dresses up. There's prizes for best dressed. There's really bad karaoke, unless you're Barry Guy, who is, I am convinced, the missing Backstreet Boy. Everybody gets involved. Speakers, everyone. And it is just a great night to meet the Sage Tribe properly, great conversations, have a few beers, sing some karaoke. It always ends up in a good laugh. There's green screen photography throughout the VIP party as well. So have photos taken with the speakers all dressed up. Sunday, we've got more talks. We've got Q&A panels. We've got Paranormal Jeopardy, which is a paranormal quiz show where you can win prizes. Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, and then obviously we have one of the things which I enjoy, which wraps the whole weekend up. Sunday evening, we all chill out and we play Sage Cards Against
Humanity. So for anyone that's still staying at the hotel, after the event ends on Sunday evening, the bar will be open for us, and we all just sit around at some of the tables and play Cards Against Humanity, have a really good laugh. But rest assured, anything stupid you have said or anything funny that you have said throughout the weekend, we will make note of, and it will end up on a Sage Tribe Cards Against Humanity card. There's some really interesting ones in there. And, of course, we can't forget Sam I Am and Elizabeth with their cookie time. There will be cookies. So it is just a nice way to wind down the weekend, and anyone is welcome to join us for that as well.
And just to say, Trunk Meat Carl will make an appearance yet again.
Fantastic. Trunk Meat Carl's becoming a regular at the Sage events.
And this year you can have T-shirts as well.
Oh, I'm so excited. Merchandise.
Yeah. So, like we were saying, obviously the event is amazing. Amazing guests, amazing speakers, the family atmosphere about it. So if you're sitting there thinking, I want to go, but will I know anybody? Don't worry. Just get that ticket booked. Get online, get to that website, book that ticket, because you will be made welcome. And like we said, so many people have turned up on their own for even just one day, and they're booking for the 4 days this year, and it's just overwhelming. And obviously, I think the biggest thing about Sage that I feel about it, which I think has come from MJ, and that's the knowledge passing on. You learn stuff. It's not just, we appeared on a TV show, we did this, that, and the other. These guys are actually telling you stuff. They're teaching you what you can take away into your life, your paranormal journey, whatever it is, whether you're investigating, whatever. These guys are going to help you, give you advice, and you will walk away with being an amazing feeling of being welcomed and everything like that.
You know, I was caught off guard this year. Sage Paracon was actually voted one of the top paranormal conventions in the world for 2019 by Den of Geek. And that is such a huge honor.
And that's good going for a convention that's only been going 4 years.
Thank you. Yeah, it surprised me. And, you know, I urge you guys to come and check it out for yourselves. Tickets are very limited. There's only about 30 tickets, less than 30 tickets left for the weekend. And get online. The website's www.sageparacon.co.uk. You can read all about the speakers. You can check out their bios and photos and what they're lecturing about. You can book your tickets. The schedule is up as well. So check out the schedule. Check out everything that's going on. I mean, anything from quiz shows to Cards Against Humanity to speaker panels to all sorts of things. And come and join the tribe. I can guarantee you will have the most amazing time. This year, we have so many new people coming. It's their first time. So I am super excited.
It's not just from the UK.
No, we have people coming from all over the world, from Europe, from US, you know, people traveling as far as Seattle and Netherlands and all sorts, you know. So
people that we met in Salem are coming over.
Yes, absolutely. We've got people from New York, from Salem, from I think we've got a few coming from France this year. Some French paranormal investigators. There's so many people. I had emails from people in Australia that are going to be over here that are trying to get their hands on tickets. So guys, don't miss out. There's only a few tickets left. And the reason I keep it so small is because of that intimate factor. I want you guys to have the time with the speakers. I want you to get to know people and learn and have fun and network. If you're from the paranormal team, hell, bring flyers and things with you. Network, swap business cards, talk, support each other. That is what it is all about. You know, it is about bringing the community together and just having a really good time in a really fun environment. So yes, there will be another one.
Yes, this is something I want to come on to, because obviously being the official radio provider for Sage Paracon, we're hoping to get a little bit of a sneaky peek into stuff. And I was just we obviously this year is going to be amazing, but we do have the 5-year anniversary coming up next year.
We do, and do you know what? I am going all out for Sage Paracon 5. I am so damn excited. I haven't even finished this year yet, and I am so excited for next year. I can't even begin to tell you. It is at Coombe Abbey again next year. However, if you want the scoop on next year's Sage Paracon, you have to be at this one, because we will be announcing the dates for next year and the speakers at this year's Sage Paracon. I've already got all my speakers locked in for next year. I am super excited because I have done the Sage Tribe favorites, and it's the favorite speakers from the last 4 years. So you'll see a lot of familiar faces. I am so damn excited to have this group of speakers. They are amazing. Not that this year's aren't, obviously.
No.
But it's a few speakers from each year and perhaps one or two new people.
Yeah.
A few
And
surprises.
anybody attending this year that is around, keep 50 quid in your pocket.
Yes.
Make sure you don't spend it on the amazing stalls. Don't spend it on tarot reading. Don't spend it on this, that, and the other.
Support
bring
the
extra,
stalls.
bring extra cash for that. But
Yes.
keep it in your pocket because you can basically book your ticket for 2021. Fans
2020.
favourite.
You skipped a year, Paul.
Sorry?
You skipped a year. You said 2021. We're talking 2020.
2020. Sorry, I'm thinking of something else.
So, guys, yes, if you are attending Sage Paracon this year, tickets do go really fast, and I can guarantee you that whoever's there this year will definitely be back again next year. The tribe grows every year, and as I say, it is a small event, and so bring a £50 deposit with you and secure your ticket for next year. That way, you will not miss out.
Go on, MJ. Give me a little bit of a sneaky. Tell me what the VIP bash theme is going to be.
Oh, I don't want to
2000.
spoil it.
Go on, go on. You don't have to. You don't just that little snippet, so we can just go away happy that we've got an exclusive.
Well, it is 2020, so it would have to be the Roaring 20s. And I'll let you know that, but there is going to be a twist. Of course, as with every Sage Paracon.
Absolutely.
I'll leave
So
you with
there we
that.
have it, listeners. You've heard it from MJ's lips. 2020, the Roaring 20s, but there is a twist. So book your tickets.
A few people in the chat room have said that they realize this is about Sage and the build-up, but they want to know a little bit more about what else I'm getting up to. So just really quickly, I wanted to share with everyone listening. So next weekend, I am in Virginia, and I am speaking at the Belgrove Plantation Paracon, and I'm super excited because it is my first time in Virginia. But not only that, I'm going to be speaking alongside some amazing people in the field, like Amy Bruni, Adam Berry, Brian J. Cano, who is a really old friend of mine.
And has also been at Sage.
And has also been a speaker at Sage. Jane Marie, who's a medium. The Ghostbusters guys are going to be there. Fredericksburg Paranormal are going to be there. Stan and everybody. So I am super excited. I'm looking forward to seeing a bunch of Sage Tribe people that are going to be there. It's amazing how many of the Sage Tribe have reached out to me and let me know that they're going to be in Virginia. So I'm super excited about that and appreciate them supporting an event that I'm speaking at.
Yeah, a couple of the Sage family are currently wandering around on a boat via Alaska. They're going to be coming out from Alaska before they head back to Florida, going via Virginia.
Absolutely. We've got people flying in from New York, people from Pennsylvania, people from, oh my gosh, all over the states that are traveling to Virginia to come and listen to me ramble. So I'm super excited about seeing all of them. And it's just going to be another great reunion.
Yeah.
And meeting a lot of new people as well.
Yeah, exactly.
In the meantime, I am also going to be releasing, I know a lot of people have asked me for this. Everybody keeps asking me when and where they can investigate with me. I will be releasing an entire host of investigations for you guys to be able to come and join me on investigations here in the UK. I'm also going to be releasing a lecture series here in the UK. So there'll be a few venues where I'll be giving different talks covering all different aspects of the paranormal, everything from sort of a beginner's 101 right through to EVP work, to the history of investigating, to all sorts of things. So there will be a lot going up on the Sage Paranormal website, which is just sageparanormal.co.uk. There's going to be a bunch of investigations, lectures, more little weekend breaks, all sorts of things. Because, guys, I am now full-time paranormal, and I'm going to just go wild.
Okay. So exciting times ahead. And what we'll do, we'll also post on the network and also in the chat room and various other times. We'll keep posting all the different links, all the different places that you can see MJ, book tickets to go and see her, come and investigate with MJ. We will post everything like that onto various different social media networks.
Thank you so much.
It's quite all right. We're coming up to the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Just have to do one thing because I know you're going to hate it.
Oh no!
I want to personally, and I know Sam will say it as well. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing because nobody wants to hear that.
Please don't.
I just want to wish you happy birthday for a couple of hours' time at 12.
Thank you.
It clicks on the 12 o'clock, and it will be MJ's birthday tomorrow. So from myself, from Sam, and I can guarantee every single one person in the chat room, every single Sage tribe that is around the world would like to wish you happy birthday, MJ.
Thank you.
And, it's going to be an amazing time to follow, look and work and see what you've got up to. It's going to be incredible, and just keep your eyes out to social media, which I'm sure MJ will make sure everybody is aware of every single step of the way, because
I will do.
The family, the tribe needs to know. And as Jonathan Oliver says, happy birthday. Karen Frey, happy birthday, MJ, for tomorrow. And everybody.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday. Eddie, I believe Eddie's birthday as well tomorrow. Eddie Frey as well.
I have to say happy birthday to my birthday buddy, Eddie Frey. I hope you have a great day as well, dude.
Yeah, everybody's shouting happy birthday to you in the chat room. We have come to the end of the show. I will give you the last couple of minutes. Is there anything else you want to share with the tribe, ourselves? And by the way, and then we'll wrap it up, and then we will say goodnight to everybody.
Yes, I will be posting a lot more about some future television projects. I've currently got a few things in the pipeline. I can't talk about them just yet, but guys, keep an eye on my social media, on my Facebook pages, on the website. I will be releasing some more news. Everybody in America, there is a TV show coming out at the end of this month on Travel Channel, and the lovely Carl is also in this TV show called
I forgot about that.
The Most Terrifying Places. Guys, it's airing on Travel Channel in America for Ghosttober. It starts right at the end of September. I think the first episode's the 30th of this month. So tune in America on Travel Channel, Most Terrifying Places. It's the show that I was the production coordinator for here in the UK that I put together, but I'm also in the episodes as well as Carl and other familiar Sage Tribe people. So check it out, guys, and thank you so much. I'm looking forward to hearing all the other Sage speaker interviews that you guys are going to be doing in the run-up.
Absolutely. Right, and we have come to the end. We could carry on, but sadly we're not allowed. So we're going to have to wrap it up here. So I personally want to say thank you to MJ. I want to thank every single one of you that's entered the chat room. The chat room's just been buzzing tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it's incredible. And every single one of those people in there, thank you very much. We love you and we respect every single one of you. So thank you, guys. Thank you, MJ, for coming on and launching the Sage Paracon build-up on the radio, and we will be having all the amazing speakers on. It will be incredible. You will learn so much. You will have such a good time. And I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to pass it back to my lovely co-host, the Samantha, to wrap
Don't call me Samantha, how dare you!
Oh, sorry. I've just been told off. I'm going to pass it over to the lovely Sam, and I'm going to wish you good night. Thanks, MJ, and I will catch you guys next week.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Just a quickie, guys, obviously, before we go off air. Obviously, we have another Sage Paracon speaker on next week, and that is Claire Hinks. Obviously, if you miss any of the shows, you can go back on the Spreaker app. You can also find us on YouTube. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their evening.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to join us for more shows throughout the week. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and the World Wide Web to keep up to date with all the shows right here on PSH Radio.